Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Title to no, sorry, not today, not today. Um, yeah, I'm titled, and it's Tuesday. That's right. Those two things are correct, and we're here on lichess.org. Lichess.org. Oh, Arsenal fan, I don't want to ruin your fun. But you're playing the worst Snake Benoni ever. You have literally the worst Snake Benoni I've ever seen for white, dude. Or I have the best Snake Benoni ever seen, ever known to man. I'm like accelerated Snake Benoni up to Tempe. I don't want to hurt your feelings. No. You seem to be fishing for an opinion. I don't agree with you that taking the pawn is like critical. I think I'm going with what I feel is better. I mean, if I take the pawn, you might have compensation, but I feel like if I don't take the pawn, then you're overextended. I'm not really one to go for material, you know. No, I agree that you could sacrifice the pawn, and there's some variations where maybe you have compensation. I wasn't really seriously taking it. I wasn't really seriously consider taking it. Yeah, honestly, I didn't really seriously consider taking it. Yeah, exactly. Stopping e4. All right, so we've only got 4 players. Someone left. There was 4 players, then Arsenal joined, and there were still 4 players. We have 4 players, and monster players at that. No Schieberspieler this week, but Sparkle Horse, Arsenal fan, Reducey, Acerbate, rounding it out. Time to start. Yeah, I've got to send a message. All right. Let's send the message. Learn, start, play. Teams, Pawnda Horses Club, here. Alright, message team members. You will, this is a chain letter. What the hell is that? Oh, it's my desktop. Alright. If you don't play, you will play. You will play. You will play. Or, you will play. Today is Pawnda Blitz Arena. So you have no other options but to play. Join us. Very poetic. It's too hot to think again. It's every day. It's 100. It's the hottest day of the year, I heard, in the UK. Arsenal fan. Is that true? Hotter than balls? 30 claimed, yeah, here my computer is claiming it's 31 here, but it's 37 in my office, which is always nice. They may or may not be installing air conditioning on Thursday. They better be. Join us, yes. Here's last call for today's tournament. Saeed Islam Chess. Are you new here? We have blah 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 blah. Don't miss it, or else I will eat your soul. Or Cthulhu. Will destroy your soul. Anyway. Alright. Anyway. We've got little Cthulhu reference. Nice and hot here. You're not new. Okay, it's you, Saeed. So, 5 players now. Stefano 8 joining. I love it when lichess puts the quotes that are like without context. What use is there a quote like this? Jeremy Silman, Fisher, who may or may not be mad as a hatter, has every right to be horrified. What good is a quote if we have zero context of what the quote is about? You know, that's not useful. Can you accept me into the team? Oh, I thought you were not new. You said you're not new. You're a new. You're a new, not new. This is a different. We have another Saeed. This is a different Saeed. All right. You are new. Well, new to us, anyway. Here's my correspondence game, which Arsenal wants to talk about. Not releasing any information. I think that I don't know. I think you wanted me to take the pawn. But we don't want to make you happy. You've not been so excited to look at a chess position in years. Because your opponent might not be cheating, right? Well, I'm glad. Alright. I actually haven't played a correspondence game here in 2 years, at least. I don't know why. Sometimes they become a bit of a drag. Just had another game, someone offered to play me, and then he abandoned the game after 2 moves, of course. So I'm not going to accept just random people on the correspondence challenges. But special friends with benefits. Fresh and new. All right, so guys, we're up to 1,200 in the donation fund for August. We're go for August. We're off to Romania in August, end of August for tournament, and then later the World Senior in Italy in October. So, all right, what's up, guys? We've got 5 players for this 5+3 casual arena. 11 viewers. Wow, we're crushing it. Crushing it with viewers. Titled Tuesday. This is Tuesday and I'm titled. Is there 100%? Is it 100% of the way there if you stay in the 2-star Airbnb? I don't know. I mean, it's maybe. Could be, but Transylvanian town. I don't know. I don't really like Airbnb. I just go... Actually, this particular place, I know someone who went there recently for a conference. And so there's only one nice sort of place, and that's where it's at. Yeah, I'm into 2 stars. I have to go to the States to empty my storage unit in September, and I booked a really budget econo lodge. I'm big on cheap hotels. All right. So, and then I got a message from the hotel that was like, breakfast is no longer available. No, Mr. C is in a different place. In a different state, unfortunately. Mr. C is here. Mr. C was here. I don't know if he still is, but he was here. But he's quite a distance from where I have to go. My stuff is in one place and Mr. C is in another. That's a big country. Of course, I have friends that would put me up. None of them are in the right place. All right. What's up, guys? 7 players. Gotta save money so we can spend it on alcohol. Right? Right. If I don't drink for a few days and I get enough sleep, I notice my dementia is kind of a little bit less noticeable. We have Sparkle Horse, Zen Chess, Arsenal Fan, Redusa, Stefano. You know that thing where you can't focus and find the word when you fail to get the word you need to say? That's, scientists are saying that's very deeply a early sign of dementia. Failure to be able to think of a word. Mm-hmm. What should I do? Are you serious? Well, I guess if you hate Chess.mom and you hate the fact that all these people play in that tournament, it would be kind of weird to play in it, no? When I've been doing this for like 7 years, it just so happens he's not new here. It just so happens I've been organizing these tournaments for 7 years. Every Tuesday. What is the prize? The prize, I'll wait for this. Big prizes. Prize is knowledge. The knowledge that you get that you didn't support a monopoly. The power of enlightenment. Exactly. Knowledge is power. Oh, alright, dude. I gotta time him out or something. Don't keep saying stupid stuff. We're gonna time you out. Why are you playing? Alright, we'll leave it up to Mr. Coffee. Why not 1+1? Or 30 seconds plus 5 milliseconds or something like that. Summon quote may refer to what? Oh no, Astrobate doing research. I'm a big fan of 3+1. That's my favorite time control. Actually, 1+1. Is Zen Chess an NM yet? Nope. He's not getting any younger either. Neither am I. Am I an NM yet? I'm going down. I'll meet him on the way down. No, unfortunately, I don't think that Zen Chess plays a lot of tournaments, so it's hard to change your rating when you don't play much. Seems like he plays just rarely. Yeah, probably is, but he doesn't live in a place where I guess there's a lot of tournaments. I don't think he plays much. Old as fuck, as they say. Gen Sokyo Millennium. Nice. What is that? Thank you, I'm like Primus. I suck. That's awesome, thank you. Did somebody just create this account? 1,100 games? Saji, you suck. 3 forum posts. You're welcome. You can't even spell suck right. How bad is that, dude? You're 45. Get out of here. I don't believe the Zen Chess is 45. Oh my god. I never thought you were 45. Wow, that's crazy. I thought, yeah, 30s. So youthful. Okay. Arsenal Fan is a baby. Anti-Lizard, Redusa, Stefano, Young Samurai, Astrobate. The complaining guy left. Primus sucks. Is it time to start yet? We only have 8 players. I do suck. And we need to be better. And so here we are, trying to practice, get better. Better at being... Better, yeah. Better. That's right. My dementia's kicking in again. I saw that video where he talks about that. So, 9 players. Pawn Killers, 21 joined. We've got 2.5 hour arena starting in 1 minute. Mr. Coffee was here and he disappeared. Primus just got a new drummer. They were auditioning for drummers. Though I don't know anything about them now. Alright, I do follow them, like, on Facebook, but they don't post a lot of stuff. It's not a big deal. So, 10 players, and Zen Chess the second. So I'll play Zen Chess. Guys, we're up to 1,200 on the donation bar. If you'd like to donate, please do so. I like how I asked that guy if he's new, and he's like, no, I'm not new. He was totally new. He's asking me to play like 3+1. You know nothing about my stream. Where are you coming from? Alright, 12 players. Time to start. I don't feel like playing e4 out of the gate. I'm just not warmed up. I don't remember if I played a game today. I gotta remember this is 5 minutes. Oh no, please don't play d4. That's just playing, he's effectively playing d4. Effective d4. If e4. I don't know, I'm just trying to be weird. Whatever happened to Rudy Giuliani? I'm just thinking weird thoughts. Alright, here we go. We are playing chess. Rook e1. So, I don't understand how I got Zen Chess playing d4. He's mostly been an e4 player. There he is, Mr. Coffee. John Fetterman. It's hard not to get politics in my mind with all the stuff that's been going on with the Senate and whatnot. I'm going to try to tune myself out from politics. I don't know, is c3 a good move? That was the original plan. I guess it is a good move. Why not? So, Mr. Coffee, what's up? Good to see you. So, d4. Just d3. It's a Roy Lopez, but my bishop's on g2. Alright, so I made my plans to go to the States, Mr. Coffee. I'm going to go in the end of July for 2 weeks. Massachusetts. Maybe I can even catch like a day at the beach or something, you know, end of September, last week of September. If I'm lucky, I might even get to go to the beach. Go to the beach. Queen c7. It's a black side of the Royal Pez from Zen Chess. I was thinking about knight a3, knight c2. Zen Chess playing. It's so weird to think of this as a Royal Pez with my bishop on g2. Yeah, I let Nedog know because he's. Damn, I hope he's all right. You know, with ICE chasing people down. If you're not like a natural born American citizen, they probably like hunt people down. I hope ICE isn't going after Nedog. As far as I know, is like a U.S. citizen. But he might even have a green card. I don't know. He's been kind of laying low. I wondered why. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to go to the States. And so a busy schedule coming up. You know, August, I have a tournament. September, I'm going to the States for 2 weeks. October is the World Senior. King's Indian attack, in other words. What happens if they do knight takes e4 here? Good question. So, yeah, I mean, I've been putting this off, like going to the States for 6 years. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I was there in 2019. And I don't understand how that's even possible. How is it even possible that that was 6 years ago? When you know, COVID hadn't even happened yet? And it's insane. And guess what? Donald Trump was president. I completely missed the whole Biden presidency. You miss the Biden presidency, you just like, oh, it's gone. Important stuff, that Biden presidency. Floating, Eric Trump floating a run for president. Yeah, that's what I heard. Scary thought, that is. Alright. Well, if Dad can't be president again, I will. So what am I supposed to do here? I mean, Zen Chess is doing nothing. I'm doing nothing. So who can do nothing better? We're going for those light squares. Doesn't seem... Ilias Chess plays... Oh, see, I have dementia. It's no sleep, heat, extreme heat, getting old, and, you know, not taking my medicine. United Kingdom of America. It would have been better if we hadn't left the United Kingdom at this point. Dude, 37 is hot. That sounds like Arizona or something. It's 35 in my office. It's actually 36 in my office. I know what 37 is like. It's 36 in my office right now. Due to the aluminum roof over my head. Good for cooking. Wonder if it would have been better to play 93 there. Wow, he just doesn't even hesitate. No hesitation. Shit. Maybe he's right. Maybe it's good. I have no tactics, nothing. Knight takes e5. Nothing works. Knight e5 takes bishop before he just happens to have bishop d6 there. So I have to boogie away back to e3. This was the original plan though. I don't know. His white squares are very weak. You got a little Philidor You only know Fahrenheit. Well, it's 100 degrees in my office. 99, actually. 100 degrees is 38 Fahrenheit, I think. 38 Celsius. Something like that. Something in that neighborhood. Alright, now, nothing fancy is going to work here. Unfortunately, Queen B3. Why can't Queen B3 work? It's thematic. Do I ever have a tactic? C4, knight takes D5. That's not going to work. Ah! As I said, open up and say, ah. Alright, original plan was knight d5. Why am I thinking about other moves? Because I forgot what the original plan was. Have been known to make tactical oversights. Am I worse, better, equal? What's your plan? Time for a reset. Seems counterintuitive to play this move, but you know what? The other side looks good too. I bet I had a better move. Maybe I should just play bishop d2. But if he plays... Yeah, I mean, I could have waited for knight a5. Queen d1 seems kind of counterintuitive. I have f6 now. Is that bad? Am I a bad person for wanting to play f6? He had that move. Oh no. Oh no. Keep your distance. KIA. Spells Kia. You defenestrated again. You've got him under pressure. 2 Bs or not 2 Bs? Wow, that's a square. Queen f6, eh? It's even a good move. Wow. He loves moving fast. Yeah. All right. We got him. This is 5 plus 3. Trying to provoke reaction. I didn't react. It was a test. Back to tournament. Yeah, I normally like freak out and start banning people, but you got me in a particularly relaxed moment. I made a mistake with this tournament. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. All right, this is an arena. Yeah, I forgot it wasn't a Swiss. Boom. No break. I got an immediate pairing. Not even like 30 seconds. That's kind of unusual. I mean, normally in an arena without that many players, you're going to have to wait for a game. And here we go. Immediate opponent. And Zaimash. Many players. I wouldn't say that. Not enough. We need more players. Never been a fan of the Saimish variation, but move order may be important. After all the years I played this opening, I only ever really had the main line in one tournament game, maybe two. But there's many ways to interpret these positions. Some Prism is in first place quickly. Wow. Karpov, Yusupov, Karpov. How to make the arena appear on the lichess homepage. Now, White didn't play f4. Normally, White will play f4 at some point. So this is a sacrifice of pawn. I'm not sure how I should react to that. I don't want to play f5. How do I react to this knight g3 immediately? Should I just take the pawn? Ask questions later? Well, it's a kind of important pawn. You have to admit that's a pretty important pawn. Jeez, dude. He's just like making this up for real? I don't even know. Do they even play d4 on a regular basis? Bishop takes h7 check. Queen h5. This is crazy, dude. Is it dangerous to take the free pawn? What do you think? He has two bishops? I know. He's playing so fast. His score against me is 1/2 to 21.5. I think the draw he was winning. The plan was to play knight takes, but I just realized, I don't know what I realized, actually. I don't know what I realized. He win a pawn back with bishop takes h7 check. Yeah, White's playing so fast, but I don't think he really thinks about his moves. I had this weird hallucination that my rooks weren't protected. Yeah, why do people play this fast? Well, I think the problem is that he doesn't know any other way. You know what I mean? He has one mode, and it's fast. Asterbait has the same problem. But that's not a practical approach, to be honest. To just like always play the same speed no matter what is the situation, no matter who you're playing against. How can that be the optimal way to play? Now we have two possibilities, but maybe knight f6 is better. Because it's a bit more forcing, isn't it? I was going to play rook f7. Rook f7 isn't bad. But my knight is on h7 on the side of the board. Pawn center from hell. Oof. I don't know, man. This doesn't look good for white. One pawn makes all the difference. Yeah, he has a little plan. He didn't go for it. I was sure we were going to see rook c3 there. f3. Interesting move. Alright, I'm going to go for this. If you're not going to play that, we go with the pass pawn. Two pass pawns. Guess I moved the wrong rook, huh? Wow. I can play d4. Weird game. Yeah, it's a strange player. I don't know. He's like won this tournament before. Practically. It's hard to figure it out, you know? Wow, h4. h4 is definitely a thing. Yeah, but I mean... Not so easy. I gotta be accurate. Wow, dude. Alright, we're going to the C file. This is a C file. C file is your friend. Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly fast. It's even weird how he's 2000 approx, 19, 2000, and he has such a bad score against me. You should at least have a couple points. Oh, I don't know how he can take that. I think he might have missed it. We're getting that impression that he missed that one. He's seen better days. Union of pawns. I take good care of my pawns. Look at that chain. Alright. I am kind of curious about that game, though. You know, that particular variation he played. Can we have a very quick look at that? Wow. So knight g3 is a move. It was played by Jobava a couple times. Yobava. Bert says Dave. It's funny. So what's the best move? Knight a5. I don't know. This is an actual line. e5 was played by Gregory Markson. It's not that bad. I saw Greg at the World Senior. Alright. Enough of that. Bad. Maybe not such a bad line for white. I like when they play f4. He didn't cooperate. Pyrox. Connect 4. Oh, true. True. It's so rare we get connect 4 with the pawns. Exactly. I'm still not awake. And I'm not berserking. Because everyone's too fast. I didn't get it. Connect 4. So that A3, same-ish Nimzo. I was unawares of the line. Not a trendy line for white. A couple years ago I ran into some Armenian FM who played it against me. I remember him knowing the theory really deeply and then somehow sliming me and winning the game. Though I had a good position. What about D4 here? Counterintuitive. I know. Schumacher, this is gross. You're playing this. You're playing this bubble defense. I hate that. I do hate this. Well, technically, yeah. Technically, yeah, here's another player who just plays ridiculously fast. And he's winning the tournament again. It seems like whenever we have one of these tournaments, he's, there's a few players who just get stronger than they normally are. Whenever there's like an arena for some reason. It's like they're super pumped up by playing in an arena. They get like hyper pumped up. Whereas like normally they don't have any sort of motivation. This is very similar to a game that Luke Mendonça had here 6 years ago against Galyash in a tournament. I wasn't playing and I was playing in an adjacent tournament. But I noticed that game. And Mendonça was just, however you say it, he was just still not that strong yet. White was a little better. Taking time. Taking my time about it, eh? Well, alright, rook b1. Something similar happened in that game. But it's hard for Black to do anything. You know, he traded off his pawn. Now, what is he going to do? Knight g4. That's new. We don't know what it does. Interesting. That is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing. How do you know to do that? How did he know to do that? That doesn't seem like Schumacher. You get the feeling that people are playing on their buddy's account or something. What about 94? He knows this is too fast, knows it too well. Are you sure you're the same player? And then they suspiciously don't talk. Yeah, I'm getting paranoid. Wow. I'm really getting paranoid now. He's playing too well. Not his normal style. I think it's a different player, dude. I think Schumacher has a friend. Plays on his tournament. Let's see, bishop takes g7. That's not going to work, is it? Bishop g7, king takes. Check. It's not going to work. Queen g4. Queen g4 immediately, knight takes b2. I have knight c5. Sucks. I think I have to play knight takes c5. This is like, you're not yourself, dude. Too good, too fast. Like Schumacher, but he's on coke or something. Could just be in good form. So I blundered. Look at that move. Threw away my whole advantage. This might possibly better here. Maybe it is the real Schumacher. What if it's the real him? Oh no, g5? Oh no! Pyrox said that you won Connect 4 and then it's been silent since then. Chat paused due to scroll? There's been no new messages since then? What happened? Did you just like freeze the chat? Wow, H6 extremist ideology. H6. That's crazy, bro. Maybe you're the real Schumacher. I think he might be for real. Certainly is fast. We're gonna need accurate technique here. Very accurate. Another star move. Oh shit. Well, I guess I have to defend the pawn, eh? He's a full minute ahead of me, dude. It's like playing a FIDE Master. HGG, what's up? Schumacher often starts strong and then sort of fades. I've also noticed it may have something to do with the beer flow. The flowing of beer. Go with the flow. Beautiful people, HGGGG. You don't have enough G's. 20 players so far. Still lots of time left. Alright, welcome everybody. What's up? Thanks for not playing Entitled Tuesday. F6. That's extreme. Mm-hmm. What a good game by Black. That knight g4 move, where did that come from? That was sneaky. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. What the hell am I supposed to do? Now he starts to play like a computer. Mm-hmm. Another computer move. What the hell am I supposed to do? Seriously. F5? I don't know, dude. When we get to the end of this game, I'm really curious to see the dude's CPL. 42. Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Nils. Nils gets a tier 1 sub. Nice. Nils isn't even here, is he? Is he actually playing? I can't believe a guy who's not playing gets the sub. That's so wrong. What's up, Redusa? This is a waste of time. Should just agree to a draw. I should just offer a draw. Look at this game. 8 center pawn loss by Schumacher. You're sure you're not the master, you know, and I'm the random guy. Who's the master here? Some Prism also. Uh-oh. Arsenal with a 2-minute lead. 2-minute warning. Jesus Christ, what an endgame. I don't want to look. 2-minute lead in a 3-second increment, guys. That's opposite-colored bishops, but both sides have 3. Oh, he took the pawn. Now it's 3 against 3 on opposite sides with opposite bishops. You don't see that every day. It's a good thing Arsenal fan has an extra 2 minutes here. Are you gonna like invest in a gold boat to like cross the river Styx or what? C4 was a little bit of a risky move. It's a good thing that Sun Prism is in time pressure. It's also a good thing that Arsenal fan has a king. That might come in handy. Slow motion pawns. Motion sensor. Motion ocean. This is so awkward. Oh no. It's a draw. Black offered a draw. I don't know if that was always a draw. Oh no, the resident spectator is here. Oh, my coffee. Oh, my coffee. Oh my god, I forgot my coffee. No wonder I'm playing like such shit. I didn't have my coffee. I made iced coffee. It's more like slightly chilled coffee. Barely chilled. I need to defrost my fridge. I have a fridge in the office and like a mini fridge. It's overgrown with like ice, and so it doesn't really cool stuff down. The 99 degree heat is like killing it. So now I put stuff in the fridge and it doesn't even like have an effect. To check to win. Bishop check doesn't win. He had king h5, g7, bishop h7. That wasn't a win, but you know, the endgame itself was interesting, I thought. Played Dunst. I don't know. You were fucked? Well, I saw when you had 3 on none on the king side, and that was one thing. Then you like lost your A pawn. Somebody was fucked at some point. I just don't know when. I didn't see the early part of the game. I just saw the end game. But it was bad enough news when I saw 3 connected pawns. 3, just 3, no big deal. But, you know, the fact that it's opposite colored bishops, it probably creates a lot of situations where you can draw based on like sacking a piece for his last pawns and stuff. It's harder. It's also harder it's harder to promote the pawns because you can't protect the pawns on that one color. You know, the other guy has an advantage on the one color, so it's hard to get those connected pawns through without the other guy sacrificing. You know, it wasn't so easy. But anyway, what a professional approach by Black here. Disgusting. Training with Nefedov. Karo Khan. Did you just drop a piece? That'd be funny if you did. Funny, haha. Nobody ever asked me. I have the same thing, Arsenal fan. Problem is at master level, other masters never want to share their knowledge with other people. And I guess I'm as much to blame as anyone else. At your level, players should be willing to share their knowledge with other players of a similar level. More frequently, anyway. No, I was just thinking about it. My best friend who taught me to play chess, and we helped each other to become good players. That's not something you... What knowledge? That's not something that you get every day. People sharing... We're learning together, you know? Learning together. Good game! Well played. Alright. Way to take your time there and think it through. Pork on a spit and beer. Pig in a blanket. That sounds very Romanian. I love the like traditional Romanian village feast with the roast pig. Though I saw this meme last year where it was like a NFL tailgate party and somebody was cooking. They were cooking a pig in a shopping cart with like hot coals and stuff. That's pretty crazy, huh? You know, one of those metal shopping carts can be used. Just fill it with like, they filled like a metal shopping cart with hot coals, you know, charcoal, and then they roasted a pig in the shopping cart. Classic NFL tailgating food. It just reminded me, it was so Balkan, you know. I was like, that's totally Balkan. Redusa, uh-oh. Why do I keep getting all these fast players? Never have any chance to take my time. Ubi lava. Good old Ubi lava. That's a very positional line. Redusa with the uber positional stuff. The last game in the Benoni? He must have a pro opening trainer. H4. So much for that theory. I didn't think I would pull this kind of bullshit here. And I'll be honest, I don't know why you want to pull bullshit against higher rated players. But I talk about this a lot. I guess it's a matter of style, but I feel like people should be less aggressive, like when they're facing stronger players, not going crazy. Make the stronger player have to beat you, you know. Draw is a weapon when you're playing a higher rated player. The threat of a draw is a weapon. The higher rated player has, I have an obligation to beat you already. You don't need to play like a maniac. When I already have this obligation to beat you, it's a kind of disadvantage. So, wow. Crazy. Yeah, I've seen enough. This is really appalling. D6. Damn, dude. Same theme every time. He played the Petrosian Queen's Indian with H4. Reminds me of that guy. Yeah, different players remind me of other players that we played over the years. Similar sort of styles. But the thing about this particular player that I don't get is that he seems like way too aggressive to be a D4 player. Like, why are you not playing E4, man? I just don't understand it. With the sort of castling queenside and crazy shit he wants to do, it makes you ask the question, like, why doesn't he just play E4 in the first place? It's weird to play D4 when it's essentially a quieter move. So what's up? H5, G5. E4. Unexpected. The game takes an unexpected turn. Now I play E5. Or not. Maybe I... not? Maybe not. I guess we can hold off on it. Psycho D4. Eric Rosen streaming. He's got his stream title like, using my new weapons, my new opening weapons in the title Tuesday. Okay, dude. A new unsound gambit. Bishop D2, completing development. I'm sort of running out of ideas here. Well, if that's the case, then I should probably consider C5, but then C5, D5. C5, D5 takes, actually. Yeah, C5 is okay. Why not? That's a good Benoni. Tal approved this Benoni. This Benoni was approved by Tal. Right. Not like the Benoni I lost to you in the simul, where I fell into a trap in the opening for misplaying the opening. This is a very different type of Benoni. 42. Are you playing? Nice to see you back. The Dark Prince of Chess. Resident Spectator. I kind of want to play knight takes c4. We had bad luck with that last time against this particular player. So, not a snake Benoni. Which way would you like to castle? B5. Well, this is all, it's all good. Bishop A6 is strangely interesting. What would Astrobate do? You can't go wrong with a6, right? Pick a side, any side. Actually, Queen c1? No. He's leaving his king in the center of the board forever? At what point? It's Schumacher does stuff like that too, dude. This is insane now. You've gone too far. What are you doing? How can you leave your king in the center of the board there? That's totally unprincipled. Crazy. It's just crazy. Now he castled kingside. He did all that so he could castle kingside. Told you guys this was a good Benoni. Wild. Alright, you gotta do this. Crazy, crazy. I'm in 6th place. Everyone that I've played has been at the top of the charts. What happened to Zen Chess? He just didn't show up? Seriously? You took with the pawn. Regardless of the rook, I hate taking with the pawn. I don't care about dropping the exchange, but I do think rook takes a3 was a better move. It was like he was trying to get me to take his rook, like a sort of cheapo. I don't want the rook. You know, I think rook takes is better for you. Activate your rook. It's about time. Seriously unbelievable. It's like a psychotic chess syndrome. White is suffering from psychotic chess syndrome. Your bishop's trapped. Does that matter? Is that important? Apparently not. Wow, dude. I'm not expecting you to resign, man. Totally insane style by White. Totally. You can only even think about playing like that in Blitz. But I think you should stop and try to play slower games. You have talent, but it's too much. It's way too much. HGG in against Schumacher. Schumacher is in a special mode today. Looks like HGG has sandbagged the rating or something. Down to 1688. Rating sandbagger. Alright, this is not interesting. Alright, Sung Prism in first place. He played Asterbait twice. Another player was 1700. Schumacher with a master 2500 performance today. Might or might not be his friend playing in his account. Arsenal fan. I think Schumacher's friend is around 2200 FIDE, by the way. If I had to guess, 2195. But still not a bad score for, you know, a 2195. Arsenal fan. Undefeated today. Nice. He's in the mix. And Kagan, me, Redusa, Pawn Killers, any Lizard, slow start. Why do I never get the low-rated players? Look at that. My average opponent is 2057. And again, I get Schumacher. I don't even have that good of a score. You tilted away your points. You sold them. What am I supposed to play against this guy? Not today. We'll play the Kings. Oh no, not Kings Indian. I can't do Kings Indian either. Can't do Venoni. I can't do Kings Indian. We'll do Grunfeld. I never play Grunfeld. The Dubov variation. I think we had this like once. But I didn't look at it for a long time. I don't remember what I was supposed to do. I think it's like Queen B6 or something. Isn't it? This is Schumacher's flatmate or something who's 2195. Maybe they play together, I don't know. It's very suspicious. He doesn't talk. Whereas normally he'll talk in the stream and stuff. And sometimes he'll just like run away with the tournament. But it's starting to get a little suspicious. Sold for what, exactly? No, Queen B3 doesn't look right. That does not look right. Yeah, there's nothing to sell your rating points for on lichess. I'm gonna just keep gaining, like... Actually, what I should do is find really weak tournaments. Just play really weak tournaments and beat, like, do the Esserman, where I can, like, gain 1 rating point for beating, like, 1500s and shit, you know? The problem is it takes a lot of time. In Rapid, you can get away with it. The Rapid tournaments are relatively fast. But, man, it would take all day to play these, like, 1500s in Classical. And, like, farm the rating points. I think that Schumacher's friend let him play this game. He's like, all right, you take 1. The more I look at this position, though, why do anything fancy? Why not just like bishop d7? There may be some reasoning here. White plays like e3. I want to get my king out of the center. Bishop d7, e3. Takes. He would love trading queens. Now, white is just about to get, like, wrecked if he's not careful here. What did I just say? Bro. Suspicion averted. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah. This is like just to totally avert suspicion. Holy shit. Knight takes d4, rook c8 check. And I thought that Schumacher's roommate was playing. This will tone down Saji's suspicion. The last game was 8 CPL, and then he played this. So you're telling me the same player played that last game and this game? Someone expects me to believe that. Are you guys serious? Oh no. Oh no. Don't have to take right away. Oh, I'm down a queen. Rook c2 check. Bishop h6. Bishop e4 check. Alright, dude. You know you should resign now. Wow. Got me with a cheapo. Still. Did I blunder? I probably did. Oh man, I'm such an idiot. I had bishop e4 check. Dude, bishop e4 check, king e3. Not so clear. Bishop h6 check. King e2. If he finds some kind of way out of this, dude, he's definitely using an engine. Trolling me. Maybe e7 is a sensible place to go. Maybe. More sensible than d8. He wouldn't resign. Whoa. He's not resigning. Maybe alcohol involved or something. Some kind of performance enhancing drugs. How is this the same player that I played in the first game? That's when the palinka starts to wear off. Yeah, and now another sandbagger trying to lure me into. He'll try to lure me into playing for Zebra sub incoming. Sub. Philly cheesesteak, tuna. Two of my favorites. Italian hoagie. Dude, I got a forfeit win? What? Wow. Forfeit win, baby. We're in there now. Oh, Asterbate, you were watching my game with Schumacher? Arsenal's playing Sun Prism now, the rematch. The UK Championship. By the way, where's Nefidov been lately? He's not been here for ages. He must have gone to Kazakhstan or something. How can people play that amount of games? Yeah, Sun Prism is fast. Schumacher is fast. Arsenal is fast. Russo is fast. This guy's fast. I don't know. Anti-Lizard must be away. HEG arrived late, but is fast. Yeah, a lot of fast players. Stefano's fast. Kelmex is fast. 42 isn't really especially fast. Asterbate's out of control. Asterbate got a win in the first game. And then he's over. There he is. I called it. Alright. Oh, I almost resigned. Oops. Preventing B5. Somewhere, this is the Elvest defense. Das ist Elvest. Dark day. It's a good sign when Asper's playing A3. Might not be so easy, huh? We're gonna have to go for it. Capablanca's favorite structure. The queenside push. Batten down the hatches, boys. There you go. Beautiful. Are you threatening me? That's one way to handle it, Aspie. That's hardcore. He blockaded the queenside with B4. You don't see a lot of people taking that path, let's call it. Oh, he berserked against me, and I'm not berserking against him. I wanted to berserk, and then I realized too late. Get out. You're leaving, right? Have a nice trip. Oh no. There's nowhere to go. Do you need a ride from the bus station? Knight H6 check. King H7. No, I have to take it. Go for Knight H6 check. Definitely best. Not that one. Knight H6 check would have messed up my structure. Way more. Phew, bro. Extreme rook sacrifices. and other neat tricks. Alright. Take it. You went to e6. I expected knight takes g6. Saw it. He sees it every time. His favorite mate, too. No less. No more, no less. Oh, no. Oh, no. Asperger getting mated. Asperger's. Alright. B4, I don't know about that. That was a little weird. Still, good game. Alright. We're in first place. Sun Prism in second. Schumacher in third. Arsenal fan. Schumacher didn't seem to recover from that one loss. Still an hour left, guys. It's only half the tournament. What was that, dude? That was Astrobate Classic mode. Enabled. That was Astrobate Tilt mode. Where he doesn't use his time. And he plays all the games like his opponents are 1200. Arsenal fan Sun Prism. Looks like a Donnybrook. As my dad used to say. Not a real Donnybrook. Okay, another d4 aggressor. So all I get is d4. It's hard dealing with all this d4. What do you play? Oh, this is my e3, the hybrid. Not a sharp move, e3. What would Nimzo do? This is kind of extreme. The booty. Where's Morales been lately? Is he on vacation or something? Transposing to a sort of Swedish variation. Swedish fish. Queen c2 and e3. Always kind of hate facing that. It's sort of unassuming. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is pretty weird. We could try some kind of c5 maybe. This doesn't really look correct what I'm doing. Bishop is sold down the river. I don't have enough compensation for it. Okay, maybe it's not so bad. I have to take and play for e5. Standard. Whoa. Here. I spazzed out and hit the mouse. Wrong button. Who do I remind you of? I don't know. Remind me of other people that have played maniacally with d4. But it's an online sort of thing. Play like Kasparov. You play like Kasparov. You remind me of someone who's learned chess online and they don't play in tournaments. So they don't have like enough fear or something like that. Nothing like playing a 6-hour game and losing, you know? You feel really good about yourself after that. And then or, you know, try playing some closed Grandmaster tournaments. If you lose enough, you start realizing, like, I don't want to lose anymore. You know, I'm going to start toning it down. There was a time when I was a bit too aggressive, but never anything like you. I've always been very careful. There have been times when I went too far. But I kind of knew better, even when I did it. Now what do? What does Nimzowicz do? Nimzowicz. Kill the bishop. How do I kill the bishop? This is a d6 or old-fashioned Nimzo here for black. And old-fashioned. Perfect play by white. I would say positionally perfect. So what I'm expecting from this player, I don't have enough games to them to really have a read on him. But I don't generally play like this. But white confused me with that queen c2 e3. It's like not a real thing. You get people doing it from time to time. Grand Zuniga. Non-critical variation. You play the classical Nimzo and then you play e3. Or they do it the other way around. They can play e3 and then queen c2. But my setup is definitely strange. So what am I doing? Not too aggressive or anything. h5. It's a bad move. Probably a bad move. This player is taking their time, but they have a very high bullet rating. They've used the time more steadily than most, which is counter to his high bullet rating. Oh, I have problems with this diagonal. This is bad. This h5 is really too much for me. Of course, it's playable. White is super principled. The opposite of all my other opponents. Absolutely. Now, I don't know if you should allow h3, though. To me, that's surprising. Kingside. King's Indian theme. Goldrakhand. Priests that do exorcism scientifically. It's a weird question, man. The police are probably going to take them away. Depends on where they are. Knight b3. So d5 is one way to stop that bishop on b2. Otherwise, I can live with it, right? Maybe we just live with it. I mean, that was my original plan. I can play f6 or even f5. Some cartoonists are in trouble in Turkey. They made some cartoons that are interpreted of insulting, like, you know, Muslim religion. But exorcisms, I don't know about that. All right. f6. Ooh, f6, knight d4. Not a good idea. Never mind. I take it back. No, we're not playing. We're not playing f6, allowing knight d4, knight e6. No. e4 pawn. It's a bit awkward to defend. My options are kind of limited now. Pleasant. Yeah, I mean, he's giving me way too much space. I mean, there's no way he should allow that much extreme space. Check take. Do I really want to do that? Do you really want to hurt me? Well, whatever. All right. Here. He's trying to break through. Are you going to play f3? Oh my god, he did f4. Well, it's like f3, but different. So here we have an option. I mean, that's a lot of knights. It's a nightmare. The nightmare before Christmas. All you have to do is keep the queenside blocked and everything will be fine. Let's overprotect. I guess I could just take his bishop, but that wouldn't be very fun. That's not cool. So how do I get in there? And the time. So I see where the time starts to come from. You're going to sack the exchange back. Oh. I know. I never saw that coming. So he's like all about super fast. Nothing can possibly go wrong here. Careful with that, oops. Careful with the H pawn. Yeah. Oh, I'm an idiot. King up. Yeah, I mean, the H3 pawn never should have been allowed to get that far. Allowing H3. Arsenal fan is in first place. Undefeated. Brah. He drew Sun Prism, drew Addy, and then won every other game. Damn, dude. He's got the Uber driver pairing system in place. First of all, the sandbag, no, 2197, not sandbagging rating. You do have a normal rating. Yeah, he's got very correct ratings. I don't know how you got. The average opponents are 1800. My average opponents are 1977. They dropped down a lot thanks to Asterbait. I was pretty high there for a while. All right. 1 hour left still. Domination. Priest testimonies. 2090 anti-lizard. Uh-oh. Careful. No lizards here. That's about as aggressive as you can be. Full center. Nice. Full everything. Lizard-orama. Blizzard of lizards. It's a hyper-accelerated dragon reversed. He's supposed to play bishop e4. I had that game before. Now the central pawn goes and black is in a questionable place after this. I believe. The place is questionable. Thought you might play that. Now if I'm greedy, I take on e4 as well. But I'm not a greedy guy. Right? Takes, check. Might end up having to take anyway on e4. But I really like to get the queens off the board against this guy. Jack, knight takes. No problem. Problem. Problem solved. So I go to E2, F1, D2. I was planning on playing knight, like king D2, but why? Why necessarily D2? If I play king E2, black has bishop G4 check, F3. That doesn't help him. If king E2, I keep everything protected. See no reason why not. He's gonna need a priest. Now here he is. Knight takes E4. Yeah, I'm gonna wreck his pawn structure. Yeah. Well, if possible, you sacrifice the B7 pawn too. Right, rather than anything but the D5 pawn. So here goes the structure. Rubinstein wouldn't complain about this structure. And I'm up a pawn. It's an island. So knight H3. Pretty much expecting bishop F5. And then knight F4. Rip. Check. F3. Check is probably his best move. I missed check. Feelings. I hurt your feelings. Wow. I try. I do try. Try to hurt people's feelings, but rarely does it work. Do you know how many times I've heard Arsenal fan? With some people it's easier to hurt their feelings than others. Some people it's easy, some people it's hard. Well, I'm just not in the business of hurting people's feelings, but it happens. So now our hero is trying to get, he's trying to get kind of tricky on me. Knight C4 check and other bullshit. Speaking of sacking the exchange, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going back. Maybe I should consider moving my king to C3 and B4. That's also risky. Probably not. Feelings. Better to not have feelings. Oh, rook E8, dude. Now that's a serious move. Wonder what he's thinking about. Anti-Lizard is not like the master of prophylaxis. He's trying to do what he's trying to do. He's not trying to prevent me from doing what I'm trying to do. He's not a chess vampire. Arsenal fan in first place. He's gonna leave it like that. Then he wins. He wins. If he's in first place when he leaves the tournament, that's a win. He's leaving a winner. Oh no. Another fork. Yeah, maybe I should just trade that off. I'm gonna trade that off. I have A4 actually. Ooh. The undermining of the black position. Redusa is in first place. Arsenal fan is threatening to leave. Oh. Yeah, but you're going to have to give me exchanges now. You're going to reposition your... What are you doing? Nope. Not today. No. Even Anti-Lizard is not going to be able to make it much further here. Nope. Oof. Oh no, no, oh no. I'm going to enjoy this too much. Stalemate. It's stalemate. There are a lot of stalemate chances here. With bishops, there's really tons of stalemate potential. Particularly. He's getting away. Alright. Arsenal fan? Not leaving. He just testing the waters. Oh, he got a nice timely win against Asterbait. Asterbait with all-time record. Oh, I play Arsenal fan now, who's not leaving. Never was a better time to forfeit than right now. What do you want to try? Oh, the 4 pawns attack. No, I haven't had a chance to play this against anybody. But I have a student who's like trying to play the Brooklyn. Oh, bishop c4. Alright, I'm out of book already. We are out of book already. But hopefully you are as well. D5. Feelings. Alright. Do I play D5? That is a little concerning. It's a French. Uh-huh. Not the best French. Arsenal fan seems pretty motivated. He's undefeated. Tied for first. No, ahead, sorry. 31-30. Very strange French on board. White should be better spatially, but I don't know about the tempi. His knight on f3 kind of blocks his f-pawn, so he's gotten a break there. Speaking of which, that's pretty extreme, bro. Knight to g5. Check that out. Very interesting. Wow. Knight e6, pawn e6? No. Queen h5 is a huge idea. Speaking of queen f3, queen h5. I was just thinking maybe bishop e7. No, I was just thinking that your knight and f3 was problematic. So what are you going to do? f4, queen h5, knight h7. Sensible decision, but all right. So now what do I do? If c4, close the lines. Bishop h7, bishop g5, bishop g8. There's also bishop a6, but probably too early to play that. I could take on d4, but I don't really want to leave that knight on g5. Just it's there, you know. Too scary. Too much scary stuff. This is probably a bad move. Gut reaction. Not my best. Okay, whatever. I mean, it's very complicated. Closed position. Arsenal fan, don't try to do anything too fancy. Keep it simple. That's pretty fancy. I would say that's pretty fancy. Wouldn't you guys say? Pretty fancy stuff right there. This position is a freaking nightmare. Especially for someone like me who doesn't play the French defense. It's a nightmare for both sides. Probably more so for black. Dude, we don't have enough time for this bullshit. With the idea of knight c6, knight d8, defending f7. This is going to just turn into a complete shit show. b3. Cause well, I told you what I was going to do. You didn't listen. Maybe you're right not to listen. Alright, c3. Maybe c3. He can play c3. c3, b5. a4, a6. Whatever. Now I can take with this other pawn, but I don't want to give him the e4 square. I don't know. Is that a good move? What a nightmare. So many pieces on the board. So little time. Bishop a3 makes sense, I mean, positionally. Trading off White's bad bishop. That's really over the top, man. If you ask me, I think you're going too far now. Wow. I have bishop d8. No, that's not happening. Wow. Can you hear me now? Wait, what? Bishop takes e7. What the hell am I doing? Takes. Queenside castles. Knight takes f7. Bishop takes a3. Knight takes h8. This is officially a nightmare. I can't believe you're playing that. What an uncompromised... Dude, chill out. Crazy. What an uncompromising way to play with White. Now what do I do? I need a light square bishop. It's really strange. What just happened here? I don't know why he took on f5. Sees everything. The Master of Ops Colored Bishop endgames. What's that about? Where are you going? Where are you going? This is weird. He's suddenly like a super genius. Super genius. Jesus Christ. How is he so fast? This is weird, man. Meanwhile, in other news, nice. Undefeated. Everybody's undefeated. That game was better than the engine gives us credit for. But whatever. It's a very complicated position with a lot going on. You were winning. But I made a very bad move. Bishop takes g5, and then you sort of spazzed out. And I thought like I had no problem, and then suddenly I was in trouble again. That was really weird. I mean, once we reached opposite color bishops, it should have been a draw. I could have taken the other way. I could have taken the other way with e6. You know, d6. Or ef5. So that you don't have a passed pawn. But I couldn't imagine I could lose, and I could lose that endgame. I can't believe I could lose that endgame. Yeah, b3 is a good move. You seem to be very home there, at home. But I made a very bad decision by playing bishop takes g5, and then you kind of freaked out, you know. What's this? We've been here before. Strange variation by black. Where does he get these openings from? I don't know where he's getting these openings from. These weird lines. Who is Reduce? Who is this character? You didn't play under a different account before, did you? Arsenal's going to win the tournament? That's unfair. I know, I can't believe you saw my trick when they take c5. That's so disappointing. That's the moment where I like lost all sense of danger. Bruh! I can't believe I could get a lost position after that. I mean, come on. It's ops color bishops. You played like an absolute genius in the time pressure. Before that, you played well, but I thought I was like fine, and then you like re-established an advantage again. I mean, come on, and super fast too. Thought I was playing Schumacher or something. What the hell is going on here? Is this right? Is rook e8 a good move for black? Not really sure. Which rook? There's always that stupid bishop b4. It's such a strange game. Alright, well, 4 players are very lumped closely. My conditions here in 100-degree heat are going to start being a disclaimer. You know that's not a typical position for me. I'm not playing the French, and really not fond of those kind of closed positions. Queen c7 is a strange move. Not that strange, I guess. And then the cheapo, bro? Really? This is what I'm saying. Why do you play for cheapos? Maybe, save that for the, like, 1500s. It's a questionable decision by black. I guess it's okay, but not my favorite exchange. Playing too many weak players. Need to play stronger players. Sounds like me. It's not like he had a bad bishop. I don't think that was a good exchange for black. It's a good exchange if you have a pawn on d5 or something, but your bishop on b7 could have been very strong. I don't think that's necessarily a good exchange. A strange position. Just like saying strange all the time. People are strangers. People are strange. Right? Losing to 1500s. When did that start counting? Is HGG 1500? 1500s. Ruslan Bear is a scammer. Nefedov's here. There's not a lot of 1500s in the field, man. I don't know how you're losing to 1500s. Asterbate's like the only one. So in other words, you lost it to Asterbate. Oh no, there's Pawn Killers. He could have lost to Pawn Killers. Was Pawn Killers something sus about that account? There's only 2 1500s in the tournament. So not a lot of possibilities there. Very solid play by black. Now you're different. You're a different animal this game. Reducey. You're like now in calm solid mode. Told you to play solid. And you did. Why don't you castle queenside and throw everything at me? No, not this time. With black, maybe he's just completely different. You play completely different with black. With white, you play like Schumacher. But even crazier. This is probably a bad move. I could have gone to d3. I was getting nervous that my queen was trapped by knight c7. Almost. Wow. Okay. King f7 is reasonable. Actually. Are you trying to trap my bishop? Seriously? You like cheapos, don't you? Like g5, king g6 or something? I mean, that's not a real thing. King f7 isn't such a stupid move. I've played the structure before for black. Liquidation station. Yeah, it's like the Rock of Gibraltar. Suddenly playing black here. It's funny how people change so drastically from one game to the next. Look how Schumacher played an 8th and a pawn loss against me. Look at this move. Rook c6. The same person who threw all their pieces at me like an animal in that other game. Now he's like making Karpovian like one square moves. Very interesting. Hard to believe they're the same person. Again, you know. Yeah, that's kind of awkward. Bishop on f4 isn't really doing anything. Ooh, I can't let you in. Oh, this is getting creepy, dude. Oh. This is getting super creepy. Black's playing this game? Seriously? I hurt your feelings and then this happens on the next game? Interesting. No, knight takes h3 wasn't so good, Arsenal. It's not a good move. I have queen h6, dude. You think that's a good move? I'm not sure. Queen h6. I mean, his king is on f7. It's not so simple. Speaking of which, No, queen h6 after knight takes h3, man. I like how I'm forced to analyze during the game. No, dude, it wasn't check. My king was on f1. Queen d2, knight takes h3. But he does have a queen c4 check. I don't know if it does anything. He has some checks. Queen c4 check, king e1. Queen... No, there's no more checks after that. Queen b5 check. He goes for this. Oh, that's creepy. Super creepy. Yeah, I lose a pawn. 2088 player. Yeah, that's believable. After the other game, you're going to play like a 7 center pawn loss game against me with perfect technique. That was probably a big mistake by me. Another mistake. Wow. Watch this technique by black. What do you think this center pawn loss is going to be on this game? Dude. He wasn't happy about losing that other game. He wasn't happy about my comments earlier. Dude, whatever. Look at this game by black. You're like a completely different player, bro. Are you serious? This is the same player I played before. Get out of here, dude. This game is way too good. This is like playing a computer. That's not cool. I just played a fucking computer. I'm sorry, bro, but you're not gonna tell me that that's the same player I played earlier. This is very hard to believe. I do not like this game, bro. I do not like it at all. Too Karpovian, too perfect, too fast, too low inaccuracies. I mean, get out of here, man. This is highly suspicious play by this guy. With 5+3, 1 inaccuracy for the whole game. Just after you were upset about some comments earlier. I mean, obviously you've been honest in most of the games, but I don't believe this game. This is too much. This is just too much, dude. This is too good by black. 99% accuracy. Get out of here, dude. Alright, now it's dropped to 95, but still. I don't like this game at all, bro. In a 5+3 game against a player rated 2080 who played the way you did against me last game, This is not a good sight, dude. I don't like the end of the game particularly. This like 3 inaccuracies and then no inaccuracies at all. Just like perfect. Bro, that is not a good sign. Not happy about that. You're too inconsistent to play like that, you know? The whole tournament, your play is extremely loose and inconsistent, and then you play like fucking Karpov. I mean, come on, bro. Sorry. I don't think so. What's up, WJ Loof? That's completely inconsistent. Completely inconsistent. There's no way. As much as I joked about like Schumacher and stuff, sorry, man, but that game doesn't look good. That's like a computer is playing black. What's up, WJ Loof? The way he played that and ground me down like a grandmaster, get out of here, dude. Not even your style. Just so he could win the tournament. Don't do that to me again. Seriously. That'll be the last time anybody uses an engine against me and gets away with it. WJ Loof, good to have you back. Dude, I mean, I don't know. It's bad enough living here. The other day, it's ironic, WJ Loof. For the first time, I had a fundraising email from John Fetterman. I wanted to be like, yeah, dude, stuff it. He's like a Republican now. I'm surprised he hasn't changed his party. Bro, he turns into a Republican. And he sends me a fundraising email. It's unbelievable. Well, what? That's crazy. We better not berserk against anybody. But yeah, I mean, what happened now with the United States is totally gone. It's totally gone. I mean, the best thing that ever happened to me was moving to Europe. And the funny thing is that I didn't even realize what I was doing when I did it, you know? I can't believe John Fetterman is sending out fundraising emails to like Democratic, through Democratic fundraising now after what he's done. It's unbelievable. That guy is going to get crushed unless he changes his party to Republican. He'll never get elected by Democrats again. But the audacity to like try to get me to donate money. This Pawn Killer's character, not who I wanted to play. It's 1596. They're blocked. I blocked them for a reason. That's not really good, dude. They're blocked. Now they might be blocked. They might be blocked because they dropped out of a simul or something. I don't know why they were blocked now. It wasn't necessarily for cheating, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the United States, I'm so sad though. I have to go back and clean out my storage unit in September. I was just thinking how ironic it is that... Whoa, what's that? How ironic it is that I missed the whole Biden presidency. I was there when Trump was president, and now I'm going when Trump was president again. I just go to the United States when Trump is president for the good times that it ensures. Pawn Killers. I'm pretty tilted after that last game. Playing a computer. I really enjoyed that. Don't Don't ever bust the computer on me again. Oh, hanging a piece. All right, back to tournament. Arsenal fans still ahead of me. My streak starter gone. So Redusa beats me playing an 11 CPL. Then he resigns against Ruslan. Resigns against Arsenal fan. Bro, whatever. What was that? What is that? I mean, I'm really sad about losing my country, you know. And honestly, like, Hungary is really bad too. But it's not as fucked up as America, man. Not even close. Like, the people here are better. There's a lot of really fucked up people in the United States, man. They're totally brainwashed. Totally, like, half the population is brainwashed. It's sick, dude. It's not just the politics, but the people. The United States Senate is now stripping millions of people of their health care to give billionaires tax breaks, and no one cares. And the problem is that's what happens when you have like a lot of like millionaires. Now that all like the United States senators are millionaires, it didn't used to be like that. That's the problem with having millionaires as the representatives of the people. It's a disaster. Sometimes Arsenal gets emotional. Don't worry about it. Who's this player? I needed a 2200 that I've never played before. What is this, Drazic or something? Another Drazic account? No. Czechia. Wow, a Czechia 2650. That's all? 2650 in Rapid? That's like top 10. Oh. Is that all? Just what I needed in the last game. Seriously. I should castle. I guess it's not Drazic. Yeah, I still haven't had a chance to ask about that. I'm very suspicious of that whole Casabianca situation. You gotta do an investigation. Shame there's no Bob anymore to do an investigation. But this guy needs an investigation for his 2650 Rapid. That's a serious Rapid rating, bro. And that's like way higher than your Blitz rating. We're not going to talk about that. I had enough paranoid. Yeah, it's totally normal. But two games from the same player are like opposite sides of the spectrum. And you know it's like a young player. Nothing suspicious about that. The Unrestricted Film Festival. Unrestricted, it sounds good. Well, I guess Arsenal wins the tournament then. Pretty nice when Arsenal's in the lead, and my last pairing is against this guy who's like 2650 in rapid. I don't think I've ever got to 2650. I never tried too hard, but I think my max is like 26. But that's a really crazy high rating. How many games does he have? 287. I guess he takes the rapid more seriously than the blitz. I know I do. Well, what's the difference between a 5-minute and a 10-minute game ultimately anyway? Not a lot. Basically the same thing. That's the problem with his ratings, you know. The ratings are too close together. He must have just tanked his rating. He should be 2600 in blitz, but he tanked it. Yeah, if he was like 25, 26, 26, he'd be like Schieberspieler or something. He's basically Schieberspieler. He just lost 400 points berserking in bullet or something. I mean in blitz. Probably. But I'd be less suspicious if his blitz and his rapid were both 2600. But when you see like the blitz is 2200 and the rapid's 26, that's usually like some noob who's cheating, but he's like bad at like he's bad at managing the clock or something. So he can only cheat in rapid, not in blitz. But it is possible that certain people just they just like tilt their blitz rating off. Your little indie film won Best Foreign Film in it. Part of the British Indie Film Festival. That's very cool. I didn't know there was an Indianapolis in Britain. The Indy 500. Alright, just a stupid joke, sorry. So, yeah, White's explaining the ratings. Rating explainer. His play's kind of weird, isn't it? Maybe he's just tired. I know I'm tired. 2.5 hours of this, but this guy just joined. Anyway, he might be legit. Maybe not, maybe so. Arse. Oh, he has just enough time to time out now. So that'll be good. Nope. No timing out, not today. Well, the good thing I can take now. Can't take with the knight. Arse-splaining. This game is not going to count. I don't think the rook's doing anything there then. The rook formerly developed at d8. He's arse-splaining. Doesn't seem like a 2600 rapid player, does he? Not trying this game. Well, this isn't rapid, that's the problem. I just realized. I was thinking it was rapid, and I'm like, wait. I have rook c3. What does that do? Dude, the game's over. What? 95? Doesn't matter. I could sack the exchange. I should have just sacked the exchange and played knight c3 there. Well, now it doesn't work. Look how White's playing this game. It's insane. Are you just playing insane on purpose? Because there's like 10 seconds left? The game doesn't count. The game remains the same. This is rook trapped? No. This is a stupid move. What does it matter? Doesn't matter. Arsenal, congratulations. He said last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? You're like, I never won one of these tournaments. How did you do that? Didn't you literally say that last week? King E1. No. Maybe this works. Tetramin. Or tetrahedron. Doesn't seem like White's heart was in this game. And that's understandable. So Arsenal, the deserved winner of the tournament. Undefeated. But unfortunately that was a thrown point in the last game. But you still would have won. You still would have won. Even without the last win, because 2 points. It's a 2-pointer. 2-pointer would leave you with 35. Even without the gift from Redusa, you get 35, and you're still in first place. But you had some interesting pairings, Arsenal fan, except against me, when you got a really, really good position. So you deserved it. You deserved it. Arsenal fan performance 22-38. I had a performance of 23-29. And Redusa had a performance of 2,039. Though he threw his last 2 games, which lowered it somewhat. I don't know. Sun Prism set an all-time record for games played, along with Asterbait, Addy, Pawn Killer, Anti-Lizard, Stefano. Schumacher just gave up halfway through. Too many drinks. Ruslan Bear. Kagan. Tetalita came in. HG. Asterbait, bro, that's like the record. Asterbait must have played 35 games. Christ, bro. 10, 20, 30, 32 games or something. 32 games, Asterbait, and you got 3 wins, no draws? What's this? I can't believe Asterbait didn't have any draws. 32 games and no draws. 33 games and no draws. What are the statistical chances of that? So we had a total of 28 players. Nefedov showed up. Zenchess, what happened with Zenchess? He tilted, then lost one game and left? Or he just forfeited? Oh, he just... Wait. Well, we had a real game with Zenchess, and then he left. Alright, I forgot that. Yeah, so congratulations, Ars. This is really your first time winning one of these? That's hard to believe, actually. After all the years. Good job, though. Undefeated. Draw with Sun Prism. Draw with me. From winning position. Draw with Addy. Total score. Games played 14. Win rate 79%. Berserk rate 0. You still won it with no berserking, too. Alright, anyway, that was tough. I couldn't quite keep it up. A draw with Arsenal fan and a loss that my opponent played like God. But I'm just sensitive. What do I know? Well, guys, we did have some gift subs and resubs. WJ Live for 72 months. Resubbed. 42 with a gift sub. We'll be back on Thursday with analysis stream. I got to set up the study. Reminds me. Thursday analysis stream, we've got the donation bar, which didn't go up today. I know it's the first of the month, so nobody got paid yet. Don't forget to donate. 42 with the gift sub, getting the week started. Alright, guys, I'm out. It's been 100 degrees this whole time, so I'm kind of hot. And gonna get some air and some dinner. So thanks for playing, Arsenal fan. Again, congratulations. You deserved it. You played a good game against me today. That was quite a game. You know, just for a moment in the end game, I don't understand what happened. Yeah, we got this position where everything was okay. So apparently I made a huge mistake trading queens. I still thought I was fine here. This is very, very strange. So even though you don't have your knight and your rook developed and your king is kind of open, the computer still thinks you were better there, and I quickly went wrong. Let's see, check here, takes. What am I shouldn't have exchanged rooks, it looks like. I should have played like king d7 directly, and your h-pawn, then your h-pawn, it's still not so clear. No, it wasn't easy, man. I was seriously thinking it was nothing. And then you're suddenly all over me again. After my shady opening. The opening was very dubious. Tried the Brooklyn variation. So what's up with that opening, by the way? Bishop c4? You just made that shit up? Unbelievable. It's been played once in a game. Unbelievable. Yeah. So e6 isn't good. I chickened out. I should play d5. Alright, guys. I'll see you all Thursday. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye from the Pawnda. Bye-bye. Hey.